Civil society organizations in Nigeria, under the auspices of the Civil Society Joint Action Group Community of Practice Against Mass Atrocities, has accused President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's administration of continuous failure in its primary duty of ensuring the security and welfare of all citizens, as mandated in Section 14, Subsection 2 of Nigeria's Constitution, and its obligation to enforce and fulfill its citizens' right to life. The civil society organizations who made this known in a press briefing in Abuja said to end mass atrocities, secure Nigeria and ensure accountability for victims, there is need for the president to declare a state of emergency on kidnapping and other forms of terrorism. Clevy News Imefunu Okon was there and now tells us more.
After gaining public trust to run as president and promising to curb insecurity in Nigeria, between 2019 and 2023 of former President Muhammadu Buhari's administration, statistics indicate that at least 24,816 Nigerians lost their lives, while 15,597 persons were abducted. Concerned over the deteriorating state of security across Nigeria and its Federal Capital Territory, a coalition of organized civil society groups across Nigeria said the alarming trend has continued despite President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's assurance at the beginning of his presidency in May 2023 to tackle insecurity. The group therefore called on Bola Ahmed Tinubu to fulfill his constitutional duties as president to safeguard lives and properties of all citizens.
The need to urgently take action to save lives and properties in this country. There's no way anybody is going to come and invest when the country is in this state of insecurity. So it is absolutely necessary to find a way to deal with this insecurity because Nigerians are already experiencing double insecurity, poverty and insecurity. These two are combined together and they are killing Nigerians. On top of it is corruption.
And when a deaf girl or a deaf woman is attacked, how can she shout? What about blind people and other forms of persons with disabilities? We are mostly affected, and we are calling on government to do something as quickly as possible to save and secure our lives. We hereby call upon President Bola Ahmed Tinubu as the lead agent of government to urgently uncover and prosecute those responsible for the misappropriation of the $460 million earmarked for the provision of CCTV cameras in the Federal Capital Territory. Implement more decisive measures to promptly secure the release of all abducted victims. Engage citizens on best practices for ending insecurity, including incentivizing the payment of ransoms. Number 10, provide holistic psychosocial support for abduction survivors and their families. Number 11, promptly investigate and decisively prosecute all individuals implicated in fueling insecurity.
The group also called on President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to, as a matter of urgency, declare a state of emergency on kidnapping and other forms of terrorism, as well as prosecute the sponsors of terrorism arrested under the Buhari's regime.
I think the important thing is that we need the president to call together what they call it the security apparatus in the nation, the service chief, those responsible, and tell the nation exactly what they are doing and what they want to do. When you talk about state of emergency, the president needs to address the country.
Recognize that it is urgent. Allocate a timeline within which you will resolve this problem, or at least roll back insecurity. So there should be a timeline. Clear. concrete, 2 months, 3 months, 6 months. Certainly, we should begin to see some results in 6 months. So it's a Nigerian crisis, and we have to wake up to it. So whether you are media, you are civil society, you are a professional group, it is time to have a multi-stakeholder conversation on insecurity in the country. We need to have it.
So I think the political elite, led by the government need to provide that enabling leadership to start talking about the insecurity in the country. And like what my colleagues have said, people are abandoning the state. People are abandoning the government. It's like, to your tent, O Israel. That has to stop.
So all that is happening is we are cooking other perpetrators for the future. And I think that the northern elders are completely right, and we are really calling on the government. And not just the issue of insecurity, but what will even happen to local communities, for the future.
It may interest you to know that insecurity has become Nigeria's biggest nightmare for some years now. What started like a child's play has grown like a wildfire, going out of control by the government. Indeed, more and more citizens are now worried over the safety of their lives and properties than ever before. Imefon Okon, reporting for Clever News.